YouTube world. Hi, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. This is Stephanie. I'm glitzzygem. Thank you for watching. For those who are new to my channel, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also give my video a thumbs up because it helps out my channel. Share my video. Alright, if you like my video, please give it a thumbs up at the end of the video, how you felt about it, if you're a new subscriber or a newcomer. So in today's video, I'm doing my penny collab with two other ladies, which is Laura the Bargain Hunter and Sabrina from Sabrina's Unboxings and More. She's my Canadian friend. Yay, I have a friend from Canada. I haven't had any YouTubers out of state that I know of, YouTuber friends out of state that I know of. So Sabrina's my first YouTuber friend from out of state in Canada who's doing this collab with me, and I really do appreciate both of them being in this collab. And we're called the Panomenal Ladies because we are phenomenal. Yes, we are. I had to do that little gesture, the channel, that we're phenomenal. But that's just me being silly. That's how we are. That's how we are in this channel. We're here to have fun, not be too serious, not to be uptight, not to be too uptight. It's only makeup. So what we're doing is I'm just creating a look for you guys today so that y'all can see in this penny collab. It doesn't have to be boring. It could be fun. I use a spinning wheel. Everybody has their own method of way of doing their makeup, their eyeshadow. I like the spinning wheel because it gives me it's a good helping tool to help me create eye looks for my collabs, my penny collabs. So what we're trying to do, we're trying to pan out our eyeshadows. We have 6 eyeshadow palettes, and I have 6 in front of me, so each one will represent for each part of my eye, and then my spinning wheel will let me know which color to use in my eye. So I have a palette for each part of my eye, which I have this palette here, which is the Beauty Glazed Rock Metal for the crease. And we're going to go ahead and start with this one in the crease. I'm going to go ahead and use a crease brush. Use this brush right here. It's a medium tapered size brush. And I'm going to go ahead and use the shade number 8 because that's what I got on my wheel. So number 8. From left to right is 4, and then another 4. This is 8. So I'll put this in my crease, which is the shade Misty. I'll go ahead and get this up close so you can see that shade says Misty. This is a nice color to put like also as an outer corner shade, but I'll go ahead and put it on my crease. I hope everybody's had a lovely day today. I had to find me a mirror, so that's what I was doing. I already primed my eye. So my eye's primed. Now I just gotta create this look for you guys. And you leave your comments down below if you really like this look after I finish the finishing look. After I do the finishing look at the end, you let me know if I did a good job. So I try not to go too long with my videos. I try to keep them under 25 minutes, if not less than that. I try to keep them lower than that. I'm gonna try to. Okay, so the next shade I'm going to go ahead and use is going to be for my outer corner. So I clean my brush off so that I can spread my crease shade out further so it won't be so dusty or looking so muddy on my eyelids. So yeah, just spreading it out. Alright, the next shade, I'm going to go ahead and use this for my outer corner, and I usually always go with my Viseart palette for my outer shade. And I use this one, the medium brush, first. And that one is going to be shade number 9. So let's see what shade number 9 is from left to right. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 8. This one is shade number 9, which is a dark brown, which is not bad because I'm using, I guess we're creating a brown look today. So that's not bad. Go ahead and tap that in there. I like to tap first because if I have not told you, this Viseart palette is very pigmented. Very pigmented. They're all mattes. And they're very pigmented. So I had to go very careful and light-handed with this palette. If y'all don't have it, and y'all decide that y'all want to get it, that I got this from BoxyCharm, so I really didn't pay that much for it. They go expensive on their site, so it's okay. I mean, to me it's okay. I'm using a smaller blending brush here just to kind of spread the color out. It's okay. I mean, I like having it because I didn't pay too much for it. But at the same time, would I pay for something like this on a regular? Probably not, because I could probably accomplish getting the same shades in like a cheaper palette. But the pigmentation on this one is there. You see, it has a lot of color payoff. And I really haven't had any patchiness with this palette. I think only with the blue, but very minimal patchiness with this palette. So yeah, I'm gonna go one more time over this side because I feel like this one's lacking a little. I will get you up close so you can see the finishing look. And you give me your, you know, I mean, you can give me your thoughts and opinions, but you don't have to be mean. Don't be mean in the comment section. But I'll try to create a really nice look, to be honest with you. Okay, the next shade I'm gonna go ahead and use is a transition shade, which is almost like a crease shade, but it's gonna kind of define your eye look a little more. But first I'm gonna put more of that misty shade because I feel like it's lost a lot of its pigmentation applying that matte from the Viseart palette, because that matte is really dark and pigmented. So I'm putting more of that mist shade back in the mix. And then going over with the clean brush, clean tapered brush right here. Just kind of smooth it over. You want to smooth those shades so they can kind of blend out seamlessly. I'm not a makeup artist. If I haven't told you guys, if you're new to my channel, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm just a makeup enthusiast, and I just love to put on makeup. That's what I like to do. Okay, so moving on with the next shade, which is the transition shade. And that transition shade, I'm going to go ahead and use my Giordano Colors Beauty Exposed palette. So in the shade here, for my transition shade, sorry, my palette dropped, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to pick that up on one of the palettes. No, I already used that palette. I can pick it up later. So that my transition shade, I'm gonna go ahead and use number 13. All right, so number 13. This is, we count from left to right. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 is this one here at the bottom. Okay, yeah, 13. It's a nice like pearly shade tone, and that's gonna be for my transition, which is perfect because I mean that pearly shade looks nice. I think I'm gonna use a smudging brush like this. This is a lot smaller than the medium tapered brush I used, so I'm gonna use that shade. Looks like a really nice, like I said, creamy, like a cream beige shade. And I'm going to use this as a transition, which is going to be like crease and really crease and outer corner area. Just kind of spread that color in there. Just spread it in the mix. You're not going to see too much of a difference because it is a white shade, like really neutral shade. So neutral like as in like no color at all, but it does soften the browns that are in the crease, that in the outer corner. It does soften it up, which is good, you know, because you do want to have you know, something that can soften a really bold color. You always want to soften it up with a lighter shade. I like the color choices the spinning wheel has been picking out for me, because I've noticed that they're not so bad. The color choices it's been picking out for me, for my eye looks. It saves me time from having to think of what to create for you guys and have fun with it. So the next thing I want to go ahead and do now, since I already got the hardest part, this is like the hardest part whenever you do your eyes, which is the crease, the outer corner, and the transition shade. So now the next thing that I'm going to do is, I still have the upper crease left, the lower lash line, the inner corner, and the lid. So I'm going to do the lid now. And with the lid, I use my Violet Voss Best Life 2 palette. And for that reason, it's because I do have some glitter shades in here that I need to use them as like lid toppers. So that's why I chose to use this palette as a lid shade. As you can tell, some of them like already panned out, but that's the way it came. It came damaged in the mail, but I decided to go ahead and keep it because there's still some good shades in here. So it says for me to use shade number 9. So let's go ahead and count from left to right, starting with the glitters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. It's always this dark orange color that always pops up. It's in the shade Music, and I'll go ahead and use that on the lid. So I'll go ahead and use a lid brush, which is like a little more flatter paddle brush type. Grab some of that color, put it on the lid, okay? So all over the lid here, and gives you a different dimension of brown, because now you're playing with the orange tones with brown, which is not bad. It's not too far off from each other. Okay, all right. So that's it for the lid. Now it's time for the upper crease. I'm going to use upper crease. And for that, I gotta use a bigger brush. Bigger blending brush. I like to use my Crown brush set. Oh, this is like, these are like one of my favorite brush sets are the Crown brush sets. I love them. I love them so much. I just never thought I was going to be so in love with them, but I am. I'm in love with these these Crown brush sets. So it says here for my upper crease, I have to use shade number 2. I'm going to go ahead and use my Bloom palette from Ulta Beauty. It looks like for spring, right? So shade number 2 from left to right, 1, 2, and that is the shade Lilac. It doesn't look lilac at all. But yeah, this shade Lilac, it doesn't look like lilac at all. If it does, it looks more like a grayish lilac, like a really light gray. And I just kind of blend it. You know, since it's really soft, since it's a really soft blending brush, I just kind of just blend it in above the crease. So this is basically mostly that, like I will use something for my brow bone area. This shade this shade that I'm using now, this lilac shade. But I just really need to use it to kind of spread, you know, just kind of blend the shades out. Okay, looks, it's starting to look, it's starting to come out. I like this look, it's starting to come out. Now I have to do the lower lash line, which is shade number 1 from my Kaja stackable here. This is going to be like a, I don't know, like a really neutral mauve shade. And you want to use a nice shader brush, well, like a flat shader brush. And I feel like I'm going to need a lot of pigmentation for, a lot of finessing, because it's really a light of a shade. So I really want to blend this shade to kind of go together with this look I created. So I do want to get some on the outer corner here to kind of make it look like it goes together with the eye color, like it was meant to be there. Because it is a really light shade for the bottom lash line. I wasn't expecting it to be this light, but this is what I chose to use for like a lash line, lower lash line shade. From Kaja. I use quite a bit from Kaja. They're lipsticks. Okay. So I just kind of gave myself a little tint under the eye area. Okay. Yeah, I just kind of gave myself a little tint, you know, some pigmentation there, because it did look kind of like I had nothing there. Okay, so that was it. So the last one is the inner corner, which I use my Zodiac palette for that, for my inner corner highlight. Okay, so for my inner corner, I'll be using this palette here, my Zodiac palette from BH Cosmetics. It's a really nice palette. I fell in love with the shades in this palette, and it's telling me to use shade number 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and that's the last shade we'll be using for my eye look. And I'll come up close so you can see my eye look, and I'll come off camera, and then I'll put on some mascara, some eyeliner. You'll see the finishing look. So it's gonna be shade number 2, and we're gonna go from left to right. So starting from left to right, starting with this green one here. I have to remind myself, because I had messed up twice already. 2 weeks in a row, I messed up twice. I messed up already 2 weeks in a row. So this is my 3rd week doing it. So this is 1 and 2. So this is going to be my inner corner highlight. This is the color here, which is color Scorpio. That's the shade I'll be using for my inner corner. And I love these shimmers in this palette because they're real beautiful shimmers. Real beautiful and pigmented shimmers. I love them. And this goes real well with the color story because it really gives you that pop of color that you need to kind of complete the eye look. And I believe I want to use this just a little smidge on the lid, you know, and just a little bit on the lash line, because I know the other one that I had was kind of light. So I'm just going to put a little bit here. So I created more of like a dusk to dawn type of look, looking at it right now. So I'm just gonna give me a little smidge of shimmer on my lid, since the color that I had for my lid was matte. But you know, you gotta be creative. You know, you gotta know when to call them. Just like the song goes, you gotta know when to hold them. When to fold them and when to call them. So you gotta call the shots. And that's all it is whenever you're doing eye looks. You always wanna, you know, you always wanna have fun and be creative, and if it'll enhance your eye look by adding more color to your look, that's fine. So that's what I did. I added more color to my eye look than just a basic one single shade, and just go with that flow, right? So I created a dusk till dawn, or a more dusk kind of look. Let me get you up close. hope you can see all the shimmers in the light. Look down, all the color shifts and duochromes that are in this eye look. Okay. So, oh, sorry if I was blurred out, but I'm gonna be pretty quick. So yeah, this is the bottom lash line. I think I might have went a little overboard with this bottom part. Just gotta blend it out with the clean brush. Just blend it out. There we go. All right, so this is the look I created using my eyeshadow palettes for this Pan collab for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. All I have to do is just put, like I said, put mascara and eyeliner on, and that's all. That's all I'll be doing. I did my eyebrows already. So, all right, my gems. Thank you for joining me here today. This is it. I'm not sure if y'all want me to finish the rest of the look off camera, come back on and show you what I created, to make this look more enhanced, by putting, mascara and eyeliner. All right, my gems, so this is my finishing look using putting mascara on and eyeliner. I put a little bit of lipstick, a bit of blush, contoured, but as you can tell, my eye look has more of like a dusk sunset type of look. So I hope you like this look, and I hope you enjoy watching this type of video with our collab where we create different eyeshadow looks using our palettes that we're trying to pan out. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Love you, my gems. Bye. One more look. All right, have a good day. Bye.